Hello, everyone. Welcome to what I think is episode 250 of Sleep and Relax ASMR. I always lose track, and as I'm recording a little bit in advance, I lose it. Anyway, this episode, we are continuing the ever so popular series called Double Rainbow. And for those of you unfamiliar with this Double Rainbow series, I read colors in alphabetical order. Sometimes I provide commentary on these colors and their names. Sometimes I'll provide historical information on the color, but in general, it's for good fun. It can be silly, but it's to help you relax and unwind, and maybe we learn something together that I don't know, somehow entertains you or piques your interest or whatever it may be. The colors we are looking at today are going to be G and H. And so now I'm going to click over to my list of colors to see what we start with. For some reason, there's a bird right outside my window that continues chirping. I don't want to bother the little bird, but hopefully his or hers chirping doesn't get too loud and doesn't get caught up in the the mic, let's say. So I don't know. I'll listen to it back after, and hopefully I won't have to record this twice. So anyway, I'm already rambling. This isn't a ramble episode. First color, letter G, is Gainsborough. Gainsborough. It's like a boring gray color. Yeah. Then we have we have some interesting named colors with G. I think that's going to be fun because I'm looking a little bit ahead. Next one we have is Gamboge. Gamboge, which is a mustard yellowish. And then we have Gamboge Orange, parentheses, brown, which is kind of like a dirty gold color. Kind of interested with that. What's the deal with this Gamboge color? Gamboge is a partially transparent deep saffron to mustard yellow pigment. Oh, see there, I nailed it then. It is used to dye Buddhist monks' robes. Because the color is a deep tone of saffron, the traditional color used for the robes of Theravada Buddhist monks. Okay. They're definitely missing a word in there. Gamboge is most often extracted by tapping resin, sometimes incorrectly referred to as sap, from various species of evergreen trees of the family Claaceae. Anyway, the trees must be at least 10 years old before they are tapped. The resin is extracted by making spiral incisions in the bark and by breaking off leaves and shoots, and letting the milky yellow resinous gum drip out. Yeah, it's interesting. So you learn something useless every time on this show. Gamboge, I would have never known. It is it's a nice looking color actually. After Gamboge and Gamboge Orange, we have Garnet, which is a purple, deep violet kind of color. And then we have a color that maybe rivals Alien Armpit. Not in terms of how ugly the color is, because it's actually a very pleasant color, but just the name of said color. And I want to see if I get the same reaction to this color as I did with Alien Armpit. The next color is, I was going to say drum roll please, but it's kind of cheesy. It's Gargoyle Gas. Yes, one more time. Gargoyle Gas. Surprisingly, a very pleasant color. It is a sort of like darker yellowish color, not quite gold, but very very like dandelion, let's say. But it's a very silly color. And apparently it's a Crayola color. It's supposed to be modeled after dandelion. So yeah, again, actually quite nice the color, as I said, but gargoyle gas. It's gonna be interesting to see what people think of that one. Next one is generic Viridian. Just a little generic blue-green color, I guess. Then we have Ghost White. Ghost White. Little titanium white. Except it's not titanium, this is Ghost White. That's my Bob Ross impression. It's probably not very good. White. Yeah, Ghost White, it's white. Don't know what else to tell you. I don't know if you were hoping for more commentary, but it's just white. Then we have Giants Club. I want you to imagine what you think Giants Club would sound like in your head. It's kind of hard to describe. It's sort of like a brownish red color. Apparently it's a Crayola color as well. It's modeled after chestnut. So do with that whatever you will. Then we have Giants Orange. It's orange, yes. Followed by Gin, which is sort of like a grayish, like a light grayish, sandy kind of color, which I guess makes sense. I'd like to get more into spirits and learning more about them and their color, their texture, their taste differences, and all that. And I've been saying this for a while, but I really haven't taken the time to do it. Useless. Anyway, then we have Glaucus. Glaucus. Glaucous. Glaucus. Glaucus. It is used to describe the pale gray or bluish green appearance of the surfaces of some plants, as well as some birds, such as the glaucous gill and the glaucous wing gull. It's like a tongue twister. Speaking of tongue twisters, I recently discovered that the shortest tongue twister is toy boat. That is the shortest tongue twister. So try to say toy boat 5 times and see if it works. It's surprisingly difficult. At least it was for me, and I was listening to a podcast that people were trying, and only one of the, I think, 6 or 7 people on the show were able to get toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. Next, we have Glossy Grape. It's kind of like sassy. Then we have Go Green. It's green. Now we have a few golden colors here. So let's see. We have gold, which is a very deep gold color. Well, probably a little bit deeper than most would consider traditionally. Then we have gold, parentheses, metallic, which is probably more what people think of when they think of gold. Then we have gold, parentheses, web, parentheses, golden. I don't know. And now we get to the section, we get to this always happens every Double Rainbow episode where, you know, Crayola comes in, they call a color something, and it doesn't look at all like the color should. Because now we have gold, parentheses, Crayola. That is not gold. That is like a peach color. Okay, compared to gold metallic, look it up if you don't believe me. It says gold. It's obviously the Crayola version of it. Kids are taught that that's gold. That is not gold, what I'm seeing. Not on my screen. And it happens every time where Crayola kind of takes a color and then they just make it another color. I mean, that is not the right color. But who am I to judge? We have gold fusion after. I stuttered there. Gold fusion. Honestly, it looks like a little slab of gold walked into mud. You know, just like a little piece of gold. Just walked through mud. Didn't clean itself off. It's just kind of dirty. We have gold foil, which is nice. Very rich gold texture. Then we have golden brown, golden poppy, golden yellow, golden rod. Golden rod sounds like actually sounds like a really cool, like, not cool, I mean, like a cheesy superhero name. Goldenrod. I'm not sure why I'm saying it like that. Goldenrod is a color that resembles a goldenrod plant. Okay, there you go. So it's after a plant. Still think it'd be kind of a cool, like, sidekick, or like a show like I don't know, like I was about to say The Walking Dead. It's not what I meant at all. I meant Game of Thrones or Downton Abbey or something like that. Golden Road. I apologize for all the clicking. You can probably hear that. I just keep on going from different tabs to different tabs. Now we have Google Chrome Red, which doesn't really look to me like the Google Chrome Red, but you know, obviously I'm wrong. Google Chrome Blue, Google Chrome Green, and Google Chrome Yellow. Fair enough. Granite Gray, Granny Smith Apple, which is very pleasant. It's like it's not necessarily as deep. It's a deep green color, but it's not as deep as or it's not as like loud green as I would think. It's actually quite I don't know. It's like a very light, almost like sea green kind of color, foam green. I'm not sure which one I'm going for there. Next we have grape. Then we have gray, parentheses HTML/CSS gray. Okay. Then we have gray, parentheses X11 gray, which I'm going to click and figure out what the heck that is about. X11 color names. In computing on the X Windows system, X11 color names are represented in a simple text file which maps certain strings to RGB color values. It was traditionally shipped with every X11 installation, hence the name, and is usually located in X11 root something /lib /X11. Why am I reading this? Okay, I give it a try. If you learned anything from that, congratulations. I gave up after X system or whatever. Gray asparagus, gray blue, green, generic green, and now we have green, parentheses color wheel, parentheses X11 green, and now we're experts on X11 colors, so you should know exactly what that looks like, or what that means. Then we have green, parentheses Crayola. Fair enough, finally, they at least have a Crayola color that kind of resembles the natural color it was supposed to be. We have green, parentheses Munsell, green, parentheses NCS, green Pantone, green Pigment, green RYB. I don't know, I'm going to click on RYB. All these letter G colors have really piqued my curiosity. RYB is a historical set of colors used in subtractive color mixing and is one commonly used set of primary colors. It is primarily used in art and design education, particularly painting. Okay, so obviously I'm the dunce. Green blue, followed by green blue Crayola. Again, thank you Crayola for making the color look similar to what it's supposed to look like. Then we have green cola, green cyan. Almost choked on my saliva there. Sorry. Then we have green lizard, obnoxious little alien armpit looking color. Green sheen, very pleasant color. On my according to me, right? I mean, it's perhaps green lizard looks very pleasant to you. Perhaps you'll like green shine. No, green slime. It's actually green slime, and it looks like that Nickelodeon slime that they dump on people in their Nickelodeon Awards or whatever it's called, or MTV Awards, whatever it is, whichever show dumps slime on people. which is probably very difficult to get off clothing. Green yellow Crayola. Looks nothing like green yellow, but whatever. Then we have Grulo, Guppy green, Gunmetal, Guayabano. And Guayabano is the last color for G. So let's look a little bit into Guayabano. Apparently it's just a shade of white. Is there a reason why it is so... There's so much stuff I'm looking at here. Okay, well, apparently it's just a shade of white. I wanted to give you guys a little more, but it's like 18 paragraphs worth of content there. So now we move on to the letter H. Hopefully you learned a lot about the color starting with the letter G. I'm being very sarcastic, of course. I've always wondered how the sarcasm relays, through a podcast, because obviously sarcasm also is very dependent on, knowing the person, the context. A lot of times, physical comedy or physical movement also adds to the sarcasm. So maybe I should stick to reading and being less sarcastic. All right, let's start with letter H, as I mentioned, for the colors. The first one's a very, very interesting color, and it's a very beautiful color, and it's a very interesting name, and it's Halaya Ube. And when I click on it, what comes out is lavender, and it does look like a dark, like deep lavender. It's actually a gorgeous color, and for some reason, when I click on the color, it takes me just to lavender, but I don't see anything here about why it's called that in particular on the color list. But yeah, interesting. Yeah, look it up. It is, again, Halaya Ube, Halaya, and it has accents all over, space UBE. Very interesting. Very nice. Now we have Halloween Orange. Then we have Han Blue. And now we reach a very curious color indeed, which is Han Purple. But the thing is, I don't see any purple in that color. And it may be my screen. It may be me. I may be the one that's losing my stuff here. But that to me, Han Blue and Han Purple, one is blue and the other one looks even more blue. And I think Han Blue looks even more, I think Han Purple looks even more blue than Han Blue. But who knows? You got to decide if you take the time to read about it. Maybe not. Hansa Yellow, Harlequin Green, Harmonious Rose, Harvard Crimson, presumably the official color of Harvard University, Harvest Gold, Hawaii Blue, Heart Gold, Heat Wave, Heidelberg Red, which is the official color of Heidelberg University, which is a public research university in Heidelberg, Baden-Württemberg, Germany. Founded in 1386 on instruction of Pope Urban VI. Heidelberg is Germany's oldest university and one of the world's oldest surviving universities. It was the third university established in the Holy Roman Empire. You learn something new every time. Then we have Heliotrope, which is a kind of like a bubblegum purple kind of color. Heliotrope Gray. And a Heliotrope Magenta, which just looks like grape. Same color. Hollywood Cerise, Cerise. I'm not sure how to say that word. Cerise? Cerise? Gosh. Honeydew. Honolulu Blue. Hooker's Green. Okay. I'm not making this up. Please don't take offense to that. It's Hooker's Green, which is a dark green color created by mixing Prussian blue and gamboge. Oh, look. It all comes full circle. Prussian blue and gamboge. So, there you go. Referencing, we're doing a little bit of tying the knots here. Hooker's Green takes its name from botanical artist William Hooker, who first created a special pigment for leaves. What an unfortunate last name that gentleman had. Anyway, now we have hot magenta. Then we have hot pink. Then we have Huawei red. And then we have Huawei red from 1987 to 2018. So I presume that the new Huawei red replaced the old Huawei red. And now we get to the final color of this installment of Double Rainbow, which hopefully up until now has been both informative and sufficiently boring enough where you're asleep by now, or you're so distracted and dozed off that you're not even paying attention to what I'm saying right now. But the last color, the letter H of this episode of Double Rainbow, is Hunter Green. Beautiful, deep green color. And what a great color to finish this episode with. Any color would have been a great episode, or a great color to finish this episode with, but we finished on Hunter Green, so that's fantastic. So, hope you guys enjoyed another rendition of Double Rainbow. I'll definitely make another one very soon. If you have any questions, comments about any of the colors, anything about this episode, anything about the podcast, you can reach me at hello@sleepandrelaxasmr.com. Check out our website, sleepandrelaxasmr.com. And if you love the show, if you want to help support us, you can do so via Patreon or by donating one time to help us, give a little more resources to produce better content, more frequent content, so on and so forth. All that information can be found on our website or in the show notes. But that's all for now. Thanks as always for listening, and take care.